Good morning, everyone. Now, today we are going to discuss about the slew rate, then different problems related to slew rate and common mode reaction ratio. In the last lecture, we have solved some problem related to voltage shunt and voltage series amplifier, and we get the concept of thermal drift and input offset voltage compensation. So these topic we have completed in our last lecture. Now today, first of all, we are going to discuss about the slew rate. So what is basically the slew rate is? The slew rate is nothing but the maximum rate of change of output with respect to time, where the unit of the slew rate is volt per microseconds. So you can see from the figure, if the input voltage signal is a square waveform, and if the value of gain of the operational amplifier is unity, then on that condition, what is the value of output? So as the value of output is nothing but V naught is equal to A into V in. V naught is nothing but A into V in. So when the value of gain is unity, on that condition, what is the value of output? Output is nothing but the value of input voltage. So that should be the behavior of the circuit. Output is equal to input when the value of gain is equal to unity. So if the input signal is a square waveform, then on that condition, at the output terminal, we should also be generated the value of square wave only. But here you can see the output is not the actual square wave, but it is distorted output waveform or the distorted square waveform. And how much change in the value of output? So that change is represented by del V naught, where del V naught is the change in the output of the amplifier, and del T is the change in the value of time period. So how much change in the output with respect to time? That change is nothing but the slew rate. The slew rate, mathematically the slew rate can be defined as S is equal to dV naught by dt, where T is maximum. Maximum change in output with respect to time, that is called as slew rate. Slew rate is also affected by the maximum charging of the internal capacitance. So when the value of frequency is very high. So at the higher value of the frequency, the internal capacitance charging is limited by some saturation voltages. So the slew rate can also be defined in terms of current and the capacitance. So on that condition, the value of slew rate is nothing but I max divided by C. So if the question is in the form of the voltage, then for the calculation of slew rate, you may use this equation number 2, dV naught by dt. Or if the question will be in the form of current and capacitance, then you may use this equation number 3. So as per the question, for the calculation of slew rate, either you may use equation number 2 or equation number 3, where V naught is the output voltage in equation number 2. In equation number 3, I max is the maximum current into the circuit and C is the capacitance. Now we are going to reformulate the equation for the slew rate. Let's suppose the gain of the operational amplifier is unity and the input signal is in the form of Vm into sine omega t. Let the value of input signal is Vm into sine omega t, where Vm is peak amplitude of the signal or the maximum voltage in one of the side of the input sinusoidal wave. If the value of gain is unity, on that condition, what is the value of output? As the value of output is what? Already I told you the value of V naught is nothing but A into V in. So if the value of gain is unity, on that condition, output is equal to input. That's why the value of V naught is nothing but Vm into sine omega. Now let's differentiate this equation. So dV naught by dt will be how much? Vm. And the differentiation of sine omega t is omega into cos omega. And what is this dV naught by dt? dV naught by dt is nothing but the slew rate. dV naught by dt is slew rate. But when the value of t is maximum. when the value of time period is maximum. So in this particular equation, what is the maximum value of cos omega t? Maximum value of cos omega t is nothing but 1. Cos omega t is nothing but 1. So let's suppose this equation is equation number 2. So from equation number 2, what is the value of dv naught by dt max? So dv naught by dt max, which is nothing but the slew rate. The slew rate will be how much? Vm into omega. S is equal to Vm into omega, where omega is angular frequency. And it can be represented as in the form of 2 pi f. So from here, the value of slew rate is nothing but 2 pi f into Vm, where Vm is maximum amplitude and f is frequency. What is slew rate? So S is equal to 2 pi f into Vm volts per microsecond, where volts per microsecond is the unit of the slew rate. So you may also use equation number 3 for the calculation of slew rate when the value of frequency and maximum voltage is given. So from equation number 3, we may also calculate the value of maximum frequency. So from here, what is the value of f? F is equal to nothing but S divided by 2 pi Vm. S divided by 2 pi into Vm. So that is called as maximum frequency. It is also called as full power bandwidth. In most of the problem, either you need to calculate the value of slew rate. So when the value of input signal is given in the form of the voltage, then either you may use this equation number 1 as dv naught by dt max for the calculation of slew rate. When the question is given in the form of current and capacitance, then use this equation number 3, I max divided by C. When the question is given in the form of frequency and maximum voltage, then you may this equation number 3, S is equal to 2 pi f into Vm. And let's suppose if you need to calculate the value of full power bandwidth, then go with this equation number 4. So with the help of these 4 equations, you can easily calculate the parameters needed for the calculation of slew rate or the full power bandwidth. So moving further to some different problems related to slew rate and also the CMR. So this is question number 1. In question number 1, a 100 microfarad capacitor has a maximum charging current of 150 microampere. What is the slew rate? So here we need to calculate the value of slew rate. The value of capacitance is given as 100 picofarad and the value of current is given as 150 microampere. So as I told you earlier, if the value of capacitance and current is given, then use the equation of slew rate as S is equal to I max divided by C, I by C. So with the help of this, you can easily calculate the value of slew rate. So this is the solution. Here it is the value of capacitance, which is given as 100 picofarad. So 100 into 10 to the power minus 12, that is the value of capacitance. The value of current is given as 150 microampere, 150 into 10 to the power minus 6 ampere. So what is slew rate? Slew rate is nothing but I divided by C. So let's substitute the value of I and C. So from there, what is the value of slew rate? Slew rate is nothing but 1.5 volts per microsecond. So this is how we can calculate the value of slew rate when the question is given in terms of current and capacitance. Now question number 2. In question number 2, for an operational amplifier, slew rate is given as 2 volts per microsecond. The value of slew rate is given. If the value of peak output is 12 volt, then what is the power bandwidth? So already I told you in case of the power bandwidth is nothing but the maximum frequency of the signal. And in case of maximum frequency, the value of f is equal to nothing but S divided by 2 pi Vm. S is nothing but f is equal to S divided by 2 pi Vm. So from that you may easily calculate the value of power. So this is the solution. So SR is what? 2 pi f into Vm. So from there, what is the value of f? F is nothing but SR divided by 2 pi into Vp. The value of Vp is given as 12 volts. So Vp is equal to 12 volt. The value of slew rate is given as 2 volts per microsecond. S is equal to 2 volts per microsecond. So substitute here in this particular equation number 1. So from there, what is the value of F max? So F max is 26.5 kilohertz. Very simple. So this is how, based on the question, we may easily calculate the value of different parameters. Now question number 3. In question number 3, calculate slew rate of op-amp if the value of current is 9.5 microampere, the value of capacitance is 30 picofarad, and the value of Vm is 15 volt. Also, we need to calculate the value of power. So this question number 3 is related with question number 1 and question number 2. So first part is related to question number 1 and second part is related to question number 2. So this is the solution. So what is slew rate? Slew rate is nothing but I by C when the question is given in the form of current and capacitance. So just substitute the value of current and capacitance. Current is given as 9.5 microampere and the value of capacitance is given as 30 picofarad. So from there, the value of slew rate is 0.317 volts per microsecond. Now second part is full power bandwidth. So full power bandwidth is given as SR divided by 2 pi Vp. So from there, what is the value of SR? SR, already we have calculated the value of SR from part number 1. So SR is 0.317. So 0.317, 2 pi, and the value of Vp is how much? Vp is given as 15 volt, 15. This 10 to the power minus 6 is from there, microseconds, 10 to the power minus 6. So from there, what is the value of power bandwidth? Power bandwidth is 3.36 kilo. Now question number 4. So in question number 4, an op-amp operates as a unity gain buffer with 3 volt peak to peak square wave input. So here, what is the value of peak to peak voltage? Vp is given as 3 volt. If op-amp is ideal with slew rate is equal to 0.5, S is given as 0.5. We'll find the maximum frequency. So as we know, when we are going to calculate the value of maximum frequency, we need to calculate the value of Vm, maximum voltage. But here in the question, what is given? Peak to peak voltage is given. So what is the value of Vm? Maximum voltage will be nothing but peak to peak voltage divided by P. So with the help of that, first of all, calculate the value of Vm. So from there, Vm will be nothing but 1.5 volt. Vm will be what? 1.5 volt. And the value of S is given 0.5 volts per microsecond. And now the question is simple. So easily calculate the value of maximum. So this is how peak to peak voltage is given as 3 volt of square wave. Now what is Vm? Vm is nothing but peak to peak voltage divided by 2. So from there, Vm is equal to 1.5 volt. Now what is slew rate? Slew rate is 2 pi f into Vm. So from there, we need to calculate maximum frequency. So maximum frequency will be slew rate divided by 2 pi Vm. Already we have calculated the value of Vm as 1.5 volts. Value of S is given in the question as 0.5 volts per microsecond. So substitute all the values. So from there, what is the value of maximum frequency? So maximum frequency is 53.051 kilohertz. Now question number 5. This question is related to differential mode gain and common mode gain. So here, an op-amp has a differential gain of 80 dB and CMRR of 95 dB is given. If V1 is 2 microvolts and V2 is 1.6 microvolt, then calculate the differential and common mode output voltage. So in case of differential voltage, what is the value of output? V0 is equal to AD into VD. In case of differential mode input, V0 is nothing but AD into VD. And in case of common mode, what is the value of output? V0 in case of common mode, it is nothing but AC into VC. AC into VC. What is VD? VD is nothing but the difference of two input signals. So that is nothing but AD into V1 minus V2. So from there we may calculate the value of output voltage in case of differential mode, when the value of differential mode gain. Here the value of differential mode gain is given as 80 dB. So first of all, we need to convert this dB into the normal value. Why? Because all the parameters are in normal values. So first of all, convert that dB into normal. Also calculate this CMRR into normal value. What is CMRR? CMRR is nothing but the ratio of differential mode gain to the common mode gain. So AD divided by AC. That is CMRR. So with the help of this, you may calculate the value of this AC. The AD value is given, the value of V1 and V2 is given. So from there, you may calculate the value of differential mode output. Part A is calculated with the help of this. Now for part B, for the calculation of common mode output, what is the value of output in case of common mode gain? V0 is equal to AC into VC, where VC is the average of two input signals. VC is what? V1 plus V2 divided by 2. That is the value of VC. Now what is AC? AC is not given, but the value of CMRR is given. So with the help of CMRR equation, we can calculate the value of this AC. So AC will be how much? AD divided by CMRR. So now AC is calculated. Now substitute the value of AC here. So you may easily calculate the value of V0 in common mode output. So this is how we may proceed for getting the solution of this particular question. So here it is. The value of AD is 80 dB. First of all, convert that dB into normal values. So 20 log to the base 10 into AD is equal to 80. From there, what is the value of AD? AD is 1 into 10 to the power 4. Similarly, convert that CMRR into normal values. CMRR is equal to 95 dB. So 20 log to the base 10, CMRR is equal to 95. So from there, the value of CMRR is this one. So for the calculation of differential mode output, what is differential mode output? Is equal to AD into V1 minus V2, difference of the two input signal. What is AD? AD is calculated as 1 into 10 to the power 4. V1 is given as 2 microvolts. What is V2? V2 is given at 1.6 microvolts. Substitute all the values. From there, what is the value of differential mode output? 4 millivolts. So for the calculation of common mode output voltage, what is VC? VC is equal to AC into VC. It's actually V0 in case of common mode output. So output is equal to AC into average of two input signals, V1 plus V2 divided by 2. So first of all, we need to calculate this value of AC. So AC, so for the calculation of AC, we are using this equation of CMRR. CMRR is nothing but AD divided by AC. Already we have calculated the value of AD, 1 into 10 to the power 4. Also, we have converted that CMRR into normal value, 5.6234 into 10 to the power 4. So from there, we may easily calculate the value of AC. So AC is 0.1778. Now substitute the value of AC here in this particular equation. So from there, the value of AC is 0.32 micro. So this is how we may easily calculate the value of differential mode and common mode output values. Now moving further to last question of today's lecture, that is, this question is also related to CMRR. So determine the output voltage of a differential amplifier for the input voltages 300 microvolts and 240 microvolts. So these are the input signal V1 and V2. V1 is 300 microvolts and V2 is 240 microvolts. The differential gain of the amplifier is 5000. The value of AD is given as 5000. This is the value of AD, 5000. And the value of CMRR is 100 and 10 to the power 5. These all the values are in normal condition, so no need to convert. Just simply substitute the value. What is the value of output? Total output voltage when the question is in the form of CMRR, or which is the combination of differential and common mode gain. So final output is ADVD plus ACVC. This is the total output voltage of a differential amplifier. So V0 is equal to ADVD plus ACVC. Now, after reformulating this particular equation, we may easily calculate the value of. So this is the solution. So first of all, we are calculating the value of VD. VD is nothing but the difference of two input signal. So VD is nothing but V1 minus V2. V1 is 300, V2 is 240. So from there, what is the value of VD is 60 microvolts. 300 minus 240 is equal to 60 microvolts. Now what is VC? VC is nothing but the average of two input voltages. So the average of two input voltages is 270 microvolt. What is CMRR? CMRR is the ratio of differential mode gain to the common mode gain of the differential amplifier. So from there, AD divided by AC. In part A, value of CMRR is 100. So 100 is equal to AD. AD is given as 5000. So 5000 divided by AC. So from there, what is the value of AC? AC is equal to 50. What is the value of total output? Total output is nothing but ADVD plus ACVC. The value of AD is given as 5000. The value of VD we have calculated as 60. The value of AC we have calculated as 50. And the value of VC we have calculated as 270. Now substitute all the values. So the final value of output voltage is 313.5 millivolts. Similarly for part B, here the value of CMRR is 10 to the power 5. So again with the help of that CMRR, calculate the value of AC. So AC is nothing but AD divided by CMRR. So AD is equal to 5000 and the value of CMRR in part B is 10 to the power 5. So from there the value of AC is 0.5. What is total output voltage? So ADVD plus ACVC. Substitute all the values which we have calculated earlier. So from there the final value of output voltage is 300.0135 millivolts. So this is how we may proceed for the calculation related to the CMRR and slew rate. So in case of the slew rate, the basic thing is that if the value of question is given in the form of the voltage, then you may use the equation of S is equal to dV naught by dt maximum. Either you may go with the equation as 2 pi f into Vm, or if the question is given in the form of current and capacitance, on that condition the value of slew rate is nothing but I divided by C. So with the help of these equations, you may easily calculate the value of CMRR. And if the value of we need to calculate the value of maximum frequency or power bandwidth, then you may calculate the value of power bandwidth by reformulating the equation of the slew rate, where the value of F will be nothing but slew rate divided by 2 pi into Vm, where Vm is maximum voltage. So please don't forget to calculate the value of Vm if the value of input voltage is given in the form of peak to peak voltage. Why? Because Vm is nothing but the average of peak to peak voltage. From there you may easily calculate the value of slew rate and the maximum frequency. Similarly, in case of the differential mode gain, common mode gain and CMRR, so what is the final output voltage of the differential amplifier is nothing but ADVD plus ACVC. So first of all, you need to calculate the value of AD into AC. So there is a relationship in between AD and AC in case of the CMRR. CMRR is nothing but AD divided by AC. So by formulating these all the things, we may easily calculate the value. Where VC is what? VC is the average of the two input signal and VD is nothing but the difference of the two. Just remember all these things. So you may easily calculate all the parameters which is needed for a particular question, for getting the solution of a particular. So this is all about the today's lecture. In our next lecture, we will see some more problems related to differential amplifier. We will also calculate the solution